Right now, we are capable of making a destruction that's 3,000 times bigger than Hiroshima. A single destruction that can flatten an entire city. This is the power of nuclear weapons. So, what makes nuclear weapons different from other weapons? It comes down to the basics which we learned in our school, that is called as nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. The two ways which can unleash the trapped energy inside atoms. Nuclear fission, splitting a heavy atom like uranium 235 or plutonium 239 into a chain reaction to make insane energy. This is what happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But when it comes to fusion, the light atoms like hydrogen fuse together under extreme temperature and heat creates even more energy. Comparatively, this is what powers hydrogen bombs and other thermonuclear weapons, and this is far more devastating than the atomic bombs that we have created. Think of fission like a line of dominoes falling down. It creates an entire chain reaction. But at the same time, nuclear fusion will be like a mini star exploding. So let's break down the atomic bomb. It has main three parts. The core. It is filled with highly enriched uranium or plutonium. And at the same time, when it comes to the initiator, it is a device which starts the chain reaction of the atomic bomb. Then comes the third part, the explosive lenses. These are precisely manufactured devices inside an atomic bomb which triggers the fission reaction to happen inside an atomic bomb. Once the reaction starts, it just takes a milliseconds of time to reach from zero to catastrophic level of reaction. That's a fraction of blinking of an eye. If the atomic bomb felt too much, then the hydrogen bomb takes to a next level, because a fission bomb is created as a trigger for the hydrogen bomb. It creates the chain reaction for the hydrogen bomb. There's a thing called fusion fuel. That's usually two isotopes of hydrogen, deuterium and tritium. They get compressed and fused together to unleash even more energy. This particular factor makes hydrogen bombs so powerful than atom bombs. To take into a perspective, the bomb that dropped in Hiroshima was of almost 15 kilotons. But the tsar bomba that's already created, that particular device is capable of creating 50 megatons of destruction. That's almost 3,000 times bigger than what happened in Hiroshima. So when a nuclear bomb detonates, four things happen. First, the fireball. It creates an insane amount of light and a high amount of temperature that can reach to millions of degrees. Then comes the shock wave. A shock wave that can travel faster than the speed of sound. Then comes the radiation. Deadly gamma rays and neutrons can cause radiation poisoning. The last part, the fallout. The heavy nuclear waste debris are being spread over miles, making the entire area polluted, especially the water bodies, the cities, everything that's under the explosion range. After Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we have never used any nuclear weapons. And the reason is mutually assured destruction, or MAD. The Cold War, in which US and Soviet Union made tens of thousands of nukes, which is capable of destroying the entire cities multiple times around the globe. The idea was very simple. If one country launched a nuclear weapon, then the other country will obviously launch a nuclear weapon and it will cause a complete annihilation. This is why nuclear weapons are called doomsday devices, because no one is getting any gain from it. But nuclear weapons today are very advanced than they in past. So ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, they can travel over 15,000 kilometers under 30 minutes and hit their targets. There is another thing called multiple independently targetable re-entry vehicles known as MIRVs, which can launch multiple nuclear warheads into different targets at the same time. Hypersonic missiles. These can get away from any detection system by traveling at the speed of 5 times the speed of sound. The anti-missile systems can track them, but stopping it would be almost impossible. So with AI, automation and cyber warfare that's happening around, there obviously arises a question where can AI misinterpret a threat? Or what if cyber attacks can disable the nuclear warning systems? So right now the world is not just worried about nukes. There are 9 countries at the moment which is holding nuclear weapons with very different arsenals. The first one would be Russia. Russia is having almost 5,580 nuclear warheads at their hand. Second comes the USA. They also have almost 5,044 nuclear warheads. Then comes China, almost 410. Then comes France, almost 290. Then comes UK, 225. Pakistan, 170. India, 164. Israel, 90. And North Korea, 40. The countries are very secretive regarding their nuclear warheads. They can't share the actual amount of warheads which they have in their hand. In general, there are almost 12,000 warheads around the globe. And the fun fact is, US and Russia is holding almost 90% of these warheads. The distribution of these arsenals shows the historic development of these countries throughout the years. And the number of warheads have reduced compared to the Cold War time period. And then, as usual, modernization efforts and geopolitical tensions reduce and influence the nuclear weapon detonation throughout the globe. You can also refer to Federation of American Scientists, which have published the status of nuclear weapons for different countries. So here comes the real question. If we are building weapons that can destroy an entire civilization, why are we still keeping it? Well, the simple answer is, who doesn't like power?